Hi, Julie Rader here. I'm back. I know it's been a little while since I've been on, but definitely wanted to jump on and tell you about this Aries new moon and the spring equinox. Huge energy. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, share. It helps me grow the channel. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to continue doing the weeklies. I don't have a lot of views, so I don't know if it's even helpful to you. But I will definitely continue the new and full moon and have been in hibernation mode a little bit, coming up with some exciting new business things that I've been putting my energy towards. So I will share that with you very soon. Let's jump right in. You will see me look down at my notes. This new moon is happening on the 21st for those of us here in the US at 10:23 a.m. March 21st at 0 degrees, almost 1 degree of Aries. This is such a new, it doesn't get more new beginnings than this for a few reasons. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and there are 30 degrees in each sign or each house placement. So the house placements are, when I talk about where this new moon will be impacting you in your chart, that is the house placement. And the houses are the areas of life that will be most impacted for you. So when I say house, and I'm going to come up with a whole tutorial video which will explain that more in detail. But I've had some people ask, well, what do you mean when you say this is happening in my first house or my fifth house? Each house. So when we're looking astrologically, we're looking at where the planets are. Each planet has its own energy that it carries. And same with the signs. They have their own, that's like the flavor of how that planet will be expressing its energy. And the house, it shows what area of life will be most impacted by this new or full moon. So in a nutshell, that's what we're looking at here in this video. Where this new moon is when the sun and the moon come together as they do every month. This year, it's really interesting because our next new moon is also in Aries. Because this is happening at the very beginning of Aries, it happens sometimes once in a blue moon, or once in a blue moon, where we have two new moons or two full moons in a sign. And it happens when it happens at the very beginning of, this is happening at the very beginning of Aries season. Aries season is starting on the 20th. That's the day that the sun will go into Aries. So anyone born on March 20th for the next 28 to 30 days is considered an Aries. So the very next day, the sun meets up with the moon in Aries, which makes it a new moon. We're going to have this again happening at the very last degrees of Aries, and we'll have a second new moon, which is also an eclipse. This month, I've been talking about it. Many astrologers have been talking about how transformational the month of March is. And I really wanted to get on last week and share with you, because last week was all about dreaming and a lot of Neptunian energy. And we still, when I am recording this today, the moon is in Aries. It's about to go into Pisces. We still have this Piscean energy, which is really about what are your dreams? Because once this new moon hits, it is full steam ahead. Things will be transpiring and manifesting quickly. However, we must take action. We can't sit back and just wait for things to happen. So I've been talking about it all year and even last year about how the first part of this year is about release, declutter, let go. I'm still in the midst of it. I wish it was all completed before this Aries new moon. It is not. However, it is still time to do it, because this Aries new moon happens again at 0 degrees, almost 1 minute, almost 0 degrees, 50 minutes, almost 1 degrees of Aries. It, like I said, this is all fresh, new energy. And when the sun moves into Aries, as it does on the 20th, so everything I'm talking about, this equinox energy, is also the energy of the new moon. So it doesn't always happen this way. So the very first day of spring is when the sun moves into the sign of Aries. That's happening on the 20th. The very next day is the Aries new moon. Both of these energies, both of these astrological events are all about new beginnings. It is thought astrologers, many astrologers, myself included, consider the new year when it is the spring equinox because it is the beginning of Aries season. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So when Pisces season ends, then that's when that astrological year ends. And so we have this new beginning. It's when we start to see the flowers coming into bloom. It's when the bears are coming out of hibernation. It is when we start feeling more vitality and more energy, more life to put into our goals. We have been in Pisces season where we've been dreaming up our new adventure, our new life, our new chapter. In this case, our new library of books, because there is just so much to talk about. Okay. So 3 days after the equinox, 2 days after this Aries new moon, we have the sign of Pluto ingressing, meaning moving signs, into Aquarius. Pluto it's only going to tiptoe into Aquarius, but this is a big deal, and it's going to be there until May. Then it's going to go back into Capricorn. Pluto has been in the sign of Capricorn since 2008. Within months of when we had the financial total breakdown. So Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth. It is transformation. It is letting go of the old so that the new can come. It's really about things being born. But in order for energy or new chapters to begin, we have to have space in our life for it. So that's why I've been talking so much about releasing, letting go, because we are entering into a whole new phase, a whole new chapter in our life, in our personal lives, and on a collective level. One where we're walking into energies where we've never seen this happen before. So things are brewing. Some of the aspects that are happening at this new moon, so when the sun and moon are together, it is an out of sign square to Mars to Mars and Gemini. And this month, Mars on Mars on the 25th will be leaving Gemini. It usually spends about 6 weeks in a sign. It has spent the last 6 months. It has been there since August, and it retrograded in October. So then in the sign of Gemini. So when it is moving into Cancer, that's a big deal too. Mars is motivation. Mars is also the planet of war. There is so much that could happen at this new moon, but let's focus on the positive. That's who I am. I'm always called the eternal optimist, but I believe where we put our attention, where our attention goes, energy flows. So a positive manifestation of this new moon, because the ruler of this new moon is Mars. Mars is square the new moon. Mars wants us to take action. So a square is like, okay, let's tap into that Mars energy. Let's tap into the Aries energy. If we have no goals in life, then it can come out as irritation or that warlike aggressive energy. However, if we are uber focused on exactly where we want to go in our lives, what we're doing, then we can use this energy to move mountains. It is amazing the amount of progress we can make with this new moon if we focus our energy on what we want rather than what we don't want. Really important. This new moon also is sextile Pluto. So Pluto, remember, is right about to move into the sign of Aquarius. This is the reading I'm giving now, or the energy I'm talking about now is for both the solstice and the new moon. Not the solstice, sorry, the equinox and this Aries new moon. This sextile to Pluto is really positive. It is the square and the sextile are both aspects of requiring or asking us to take action. We have an opportunity to really move things in the direction we want to go and change our lives in a way that we've never seen before if we put some effort into it. I'm sorry, there's some outside noise. I don't know what it is. And then also this new moon, it's giving us an opportunity because this is the first of the Aries new moon. So it's like, okay, let's start putting some energy toward our goal. We have all month to do it. And then the next one with the eclipse, that's where things can really manifest very, very quickly. With this square to Mars and the next new moon being an eclipse, it is as if we work with the energy and if we take action, then when the eclipse comes, it will propel us into our new chapter. If we resist and we sit back and we do not take the action, then there could be changes that happen that are out of our control because we didn't take the action that was needed at the time. Okay, now going through each of the signs and just telling you what area of life, so what house placement or area of life you could be experiencing this this energy, where you are really being asked to have a new beginning, new chapter, new book in your life. For Aries, okay, for Aries, this is your new moon. Well, you get 2 new moons this year. But this is the first of the new moons, and it is all about looking at your life. Where can you rebrand your life? Where can you do a makeover for your life? Looking at all areas of your life, but how you step out into the world, from everything, your appearance, your health, what you put into your body, the clothes you wear, how you want others to see you. This is your chance to look at it and say, okay, how do I want others to see me? How do I want to be remembered? What legacy do I want to leave behind? This new moon, you are really being asked to start taking those steps to be the person you want to be. Kind of like fake it till you make it. Start living that life now. Taurus, this is happening in your 12th house. So you may feel like you need a little extra sleep. And I highly recommend you giving yourself permission to get more sleep, to do some dreaming, even hibernate a bit. The energy is in your 12th house. When it's in the 12th house, you may be dreaming more. Allow yourself to daydream. Allow yourself to create the vision of what you want in your life before your new moon. There'll be 2 new moons before yours. Usually yours would be the next one, but Aries is getting 2 new moons first. So get some extra rest and take care of yourself. Gemini, this is happening for you in your 11th house. You will be looking at the friends, the groups of people you spend time with, your friends, networking, things like that. Really asking yourself, are your friends representative of the relationships you want to have in your life? Are they authentic and genuine? Same with the tribes of people you spend time with. 11th house is also your goals and your ambitions. Looking at taking another look at goals that you've had in the past and ask yourself, do they still align with what you want and where you want to go? Cancer, this is happening for you in your 10th house, all about career, new beginnings in career, new chapters opening up. So, what do you want to achieve in your career? This is the new moon to start taking the steps, start taking action now. Leo, this is happening for you in your 9th house. You may start looking at where do you want to do some international travel? I'm Leo moon, and that's something that has been big on my mind. I canceled 3 retreats, international retreats I had in 2020. And I just now am starting to get that urge like, okay, it's time for me to start putting some retreats back on the books. So, Leo's international travel, spiritual pursuits. Maybe there's something higher learning that you're wanting to study, and you're putting energy and emphasis there in your life. Virgo, this is happening for you in your 8th house. Go inward. Look at your psychological paradigms. Where have you perhaps been judging yourself too harshly or judging or being critical of others? So, taking a look at that, doing a deep dive at your psychology and allowing some new paradigms to blossom and come to the surface. Scorpio, this is happening for you in your 6th house, all about health. So, uh, Mars, which is the ruler of this new moon, is also your ruler as a Scorpio. And you are being asked to look at your health and your day to day routines. Take action now to maybe get up earlier and do a workout routine, maybe start your day with a smoothie, or just look at where you spend your time and your productivity. Sagittarius is happening for you in your 5th house, children. So, looking at your goals when it comes to your children, maybe it's spending more time with your children. Also, this is the house of romance. Maybe it's time to add some romance. If you're in a relationship, have you let romance just kind of go to the side? So, looking at these areas in your life. Also, it's the area of creativity and entrepreneurship, and start taking some steps to become become more independent in your business endeavors. Capricorn, this happening for you in your 4th house. So, really looking at home and family. And maybe there are some new beginnings there. Maybe you are looking to move to a new home or sell your home. Or maybe there are some relationships within your home and family that you are ready and wanting to put some energy into. Let's see, where are we? That was Capricorn, Aquarius. This is your 3rd house. So, for you, it's looking at everything dealing with communication, writing, speaking, teaching, maybe learning something that's more of a hands on project or a useful day to day skill or a technological skill or something you're ready to put out into the world. Maybe you've been working on writing a book or wanting to write a book, and this new moon is saying it is time. Sit down, do the work, do the writing, or it's time to launch your book. There's also short distance travel. Maybe you've been wanting to go to just somewhere you could get to in a car that you've like for instance, I really want to take my kids to Yosemite. I've been to China, but I've not been to Yosemite, which is 5 hours away. So maybe there's a trip like that it's time for you to just get in a road trip and clear your head this month. Last but certainly not least, Pisces. Pisces, this is in our second house, new beginnings when it comes to finances. Really taking a good look at your finances, cutting out the things that are no longer working, um, being strategic with your budgets, and taking steps to grow your finances. Thank you so much for watching. Again, when I'm talking about the house placements, it just means the area of life that the new moon will be impacting. So I really appreciate you watching. Again, please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next video.